What is going on, party people? How are you? Godmaster Flex, I hope you're not working. Bees Cougar, what's up? Loader, it is going quite well. How are you guys doing? And anybody out there that I may have and or cars all fixed? Awesome. Jay Bravo, what is shaking? Still one of my absolute favorite emotes right there, that bro Tato. You had to put 3 wheel bearings in it? Ease. Dude. Now, what kind of, don't you have like a 30-day sort of warranty or anything like that? Because you only just got that. Daniel's Off-Road Gaming, it is good to see you. How are you? Yeah, that, Massachusetts has some really specific consumer protections surrounding like lemon law stuff. So, like it's 30 days, but it's not like a catch-all. My Dorito flying over here. It's not a catch-all for effectively everything that may go wrong. It's like mechanical things that will prevent you from getting a state inspection or, you know, stuff like that. Maine's a little bit weird. New Hampshire's a little bit weird. It was under the amount. Oh, okay. That's right. Yes, in New Hampshire, used car lemon law is not a thing, but that's why Massachusetts has some definitely good consumer protections that are out there. For as expensive as the state is to live in, it's got some good. There are some benefits to like actually. So, but it is so good to see everybody. I hope you are well. I am tired. I am tired. Actually, that's cost me $750 to have it done, so I'm still happy because I'm still under the Blue Book value. Even better. I'm hungry, slightly, but I have. Check these out. This is the Utz Party Mix right here, and that is slightly non-reflective, but it has cheese crunchies, barbecue corn chips, tortilla chip, pretzel, and nacho. So it's basically it's Doritos, pretzel, Cheetos, and like Fritos. Oh, this stuff's really good. And speaking of really good, I have to recommend, if you guys are on the Discord and you check out the links channel that I have, or the links thing, you'll see the link for the Silk City hot sauce. I highly recommend that. 3 tiers in Massachusetts, under 150, under 100K, and under 75K, I believe, within range of years and time. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that goes into it, but it still is a fairly decent protection when it comes to car stuff. But dipping anything in salsa is fantastic. Now, Shock Jockey, what is going on, dude? How are you doing? Guacamole or no guacamole? Who likes guacamole? I happen to like guacamole. Guacamole, I feel, is an acquired taste, but I've come to enjoy guacamole through the years. Dude, you know what? Daniel's Off-Road Gaming. The fact that the lights are on and like it's not like the engine where we're run down with fuel. Guacamole is great. Love it on sandwiches or straight up guacamole. I know this he's asleep behind the wheel and he's left the lights on, so he's got a big old surprise when it comes to firing this thing up when he wakes. Mad Max, what is going on? How are you doing? Love it on burgers and I don't think I've ever had guacamole on an omelet. I like avocado in Just Rings. Gifted a tier sub by Mad Max. Thank you very much. Salsa after homemade salsa. I actually like the Taco Bell branded stuff. It's good. It's really good. It's very difficult. Now, here's the real question. Do you like more of a runny, like watery kind of salsa, or like a thick, hearty, chunky salsa? That is a question right there. That was the knockoff branded Frito, but they are barbecue chips, so as not to get the copyright. Much like this is a cheese crunchies. What's going on? The runny can be good if it has good flavor. But you're right, I definitely do prefer a chunky salsa. But then again, pretty much anything. Love the fresh salsa, but I do like picante. Picante is good too. So oddly enough, the picante sauce you get when you do the breakfast burritos at McDonald's, it's actually really good. It's actually really good. Doing good tonight, J.R. Strang? That is good to hear. Very good to hear. I'm just going to keep adding this stuff to my face. Because it's really good. If you've never had... Oh my God, I'm making a mess. Oh, there it is. If you've never had Utz brand, Newman's Own or whatever the brand is has some oddball flavors that are great. Yes. McD's picante sauce is actually really, really good. It's freakishly good. These are so good. And I just got this from Amazon. I would eat this entire thing in one sitting if it was a viable alternative on existence. And it's got pretzel wheels. Who knew? Got some picante right in front of me. Now I wish I had something to use it on. Dude, so check this out. J.R. Strang. Yes, exactly. So when I came back from the Monster Expo and I had the 7 bottles of hot sauce, I actually really wanted to try it out. So for dinner, I went out to Taco Bell and I bought myself a half dozen plain soft tacos just so I could try hot sauces. I've been known to eat sauce from a packet or two without any food in sight. Hey man, you got to do what you got to do. They did add the zombies today, so it's still in the open beta. So they added the big zombie mode, or that's gotta be cool. That's gonna be actually really. I haven't downloaded it. I did, however, download Motorsport, so I do have that. Resisting the temptation right now. Here is thy food. Now eat up, or Stormy gonna be hangry. John the Hoser, what is going on? Don't know. I'm gonna play tonight when I get home. Have to go to the lodge. All right, I gotta put that thing down because I'm just gonna keep eating them, which does neither one of us any good. Because then again, it's orange stuff on here. This is a white controller, so I'm gonna have like orange handprints because it's like eating too many cheese curls or cheese puffs or. Karma, what is going on? Well, thank you very much. I am doing quite well because I've got snacks, I've got beverages, and I've got runner. And all of you wonderful, delightful people out there. You're gonna turn your exactly. It's just gonna get covered in orange. It's gonna look like it has a spray tan. Saturday, Nonster Buck. That is so good to hear. Oh, loader. Dude. Salt and vinegar potato chips. Hands down, 100%. Salt and vinegar potato chips are so good. So good. So, it appears that now we have the metal beams that are actually right near us. We don't have to go fishing all over for them. Ever been to Bonchon? They have this soy flavored fried rice that I've been enjoying. I don't think they have. I like soy sauce. So you've got teriyaki sauce, you've got soy sauce, you've got the stuff that they give you with the gyoza and argoy, huge friggin' goy. Our guy avoids having to walk into the garage in shame and ask for a jumper pay for now. Yeah, Nonster Buck, dude, absolutely. I am very, very, very happy that, I mean, I don't know if you know, good vibes are a thing, or, you know, service spare parts quantity 2, or any kind of well-wishing somehow helps out in any kind of capacity. I certainly hope. I really do. Yeah, you get two sides of the fence out there. You know, hopes and prayers, hope and prayers. And for those who believe in it, I certainly hope it works. And for those that, you know, just wishing someone well. But speaking of wishing someone well, this dude right here, Rumbata. Yeah. Oh yeah. Dude, that was good. John the Hoser, very good. Very, very good. Yar, we are here to raid your cheese storages. Why, yes indeed you are. Welcome on in. Oh, you sent a new one. Let me check that out. Yes. Yes, I did. Yes. But, Rumbata. So we gotta stop the edge right here. Yes, it is. It is one amazing raid notification for one amazing raider out there. Our good friend Rumbata had his first stream as an affiliate. Nonster Buck, thank you very much for the update. Take your time. We shall not give you our cheese. But this fellow right here, who just happens to be represented by Yoshi, is that delightful human being right there. What you don't see right now is the fact that he was rocking and rolling on Forza Motorsport with a complete steering wheel setup. Way more fancy than we are right here, but that's beside the point. One fantastic legend of a human being. Rumbata out there. First affiliate stream. Congratulations to you, my friend. You have worked hard and pretty damn awesome. Pretty damn awesome. What's it like being on the other side of the looking glass? Or you have been like Alice in Wonderland, you followed the Cheshire Cat right on through. Or was it the rabbit? The rabbit? Season 11. Not yet, not season 11. This is still Canada. This is our last adventure in Canada. Volpar fan, what's going on, dude? Agent Giggles. You want to talk about awesome people? Agent Giggles out there, also very awesome person. Agent Giggles, the prolific writer, Agent Giggles. Telling you, man. Canada, our last little dip into Canada. I'm in the land of the hosers. Yeah, I am. So I don't even know where I have to go with stuff. Oh, apparently I have to go to the pumping station. We got to go repair the pumping station. Carmo, thank you very much for doing that. Rumbata is a very, very good individual. I certainly appreciate it. I know he appreciates it. thought the wheels were square in Canada, at least South Park says they are. Well, their heads also bobble around when they talk in Canada, too. At least according to South Park. Very much so, Carmo. Very, very much so. I am very excited about the next DLC. I've always enjoyed the adventure that comes with discovering a map, figuring out where everything is, looking at the routes, getting to the watchtowers, and generally just enjoying the ride. It's awesome, and I really like it. Gotta deliver those tankers of maple syrup, eh? You've been to Canada one time, that's it? Just hauling maple syrup, hockey sticks, and moose, eh? Eventually. I really want to play the next one. I really like the new DLC they hit. Yes, and extra vehicles. I think this one actually did it the best because for a lot of the maps, you got the DLC trucks way too late in the an update that adds just vehicles. Well, we always get vehicles when we get a new map though. So there is that. But the unfortunate scenario when you have vehicles that are locked behind way too many missions, and then you get them and you're way too far through the DLC cycle, especially if you're playing. I've noticed something about Canadian accents. It sounds like your mouth is frozen shut when you talk, because potentially it probably is. Do not lick the flagpole when it's cold outside. We already know what happened. Because that's a thing. You know what? Honestly, if I don't even know where I would go in Canada if I went on a trip to Canada. Canada sounds like a really fun place to visit. I do have friends all the way out in Calgary. The last unlocks weren't bad, but there was one truck that was a pain to get. Yeah, the bulk trucks in this were actually fairly decent. Yeah, we just had to refuel and repair when we got the Kenworth. And then the Mac defense, we just had to drag to the garage. And that was, like, we don't get stuff that's typically that easy with a lot of these. The Patra, the POZ 420, we had to find. No, actually, because that was on this map, and it was right over by this trailer. So all we had to do was find it, and then we had to fuel and repair it. That was it. And we got it right on the spot. Where the Mac defense, I think we had to haul all the way to the garage. But that was easy to do. They're supposed to be, I think they're supposed to be changing the hitbox on the Mac defense. So potentially it's actually going to be able to get through deeper terrain features like mud like this a lot easier. Because we got a great big convoy rocking through that. Yeah, we got a great big convoy. Ain't she a beautiful sight? Come on, John, our convoy. Ain't nothing gonna get in our way. We're gonna roll this trucking convoy across the bay. Give it a bop bop boop bop boo. Give it a bow. Hi ho. Hi ho. Marine, what is going on? How are you doing? What is the good word today? The pictures of mistakes that you added to the Discord look absolutely phenomenal. And I would say that there's nothing that could be done to make those better, but I would probably still end up adding some hot sauce. Would like the Zix 566A to have been on the Albany River map. The dairy special should be the one. You're right. I'm doing good tonight. I'm doing really good. This is our Snow Runner solo night. I have some snacks, beverage. I'm feeling pretty good now that I'm working. But yeah, Daniel's Off-Road Gaming, I have to agree with you on that. The fact that the dairy special was so very easy to get, and then the dairy 5, or excuse me, the Zix 566. But then again, how about the difficulty involving getting the Zix from Amor, the 605? Getting that thing was very interesting because you needed that truck to do a lot of Amor. And man, that was wild. That was wild stuff. But it was a great adventure. And we went with Space Viking, and it was a grand adventure all over again. We finally got the game to stop crashing, stop glitching out on us. And we drove through the snowy roads, across the icy lakes, Farewell Pond, call it pond. And we just had an adventure. And that video is also available on the YouTube channel. And I set it to music, and it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. I had a good time. With those, one of those, and now we need small pipes. Where are the small pipes? Are the small pipes? I don't remember. Pumping Revival. The small pipes are at the other warehouse. So conveniently, we get to do something like, whee! Didn't mean to do that. Because we can conveniently just recover back. Because I have no qualm about recovering the truck like that. I know awesome people who are far better than I am at this game, like Sergeant Rusty. He doesn't recover trucks. That was his thing. He didn't recover trucks. He always tried to fix it, repair it, pull it out of the ditch, do something with it. And he wasn't even playing on hard mode. He was just that was one of his own self-imposed rules. And if you guys don't follow, this is probably, like, unless I go back for just something to do, this is the last of this before the new DLC hits on Thursday. And I don't know exactly how we're gonna kind of do that, because that's usually our multiplayer day with Space Viking. So unless we continue to build the rocket and try to launch the rocket, or we mutually discover the new DLC together. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. We'll play it by ear. We'll see how it goes. All right, small pipe. There you go. Oh, there's fuel right there too. I always forget about that little. I like the little shed. I'm very excited about the new DLC. I'm very excited about the new DLC, the 2 new scout vehicles that are in the new DLC. It's going to be a fun time. Regardless of what we do, it's always a good time. Because we always have... I'll send you a steak. Oh, man. So, funny thing you mentioned sending stuff. So, I get a print in the mail. And it was actually sealed up really well. It was in a nice heavy cardboard kind of sleeve. It said "Do not bend" on the front. It said "Do not bend" on the back. This was an 11 by 14, I think the size of the. So it's a fairly decent sized print, and it was clearly marked "Do not bend" on the front, "Do not bend" on the back. The post office had taken it directly where it said "Do not bend" and folded it in half to try to jam it into the mailbox. Not very pleased about that particular situation. Zach of Mars, if something is labeled not bend, I don't believe it should be bent. I could be wrong, but the postmaster was very dismissive of this particular issue. He was going to talk to the mail carrier, and we all know basically how that goes. But if you didn't know, that's Cuphead right there. But in the corner, you'll see that delightful individual, Zach of Mars, who was last seen playing State of Decay 2, which just had some new content, new DLC stuff, or new something is coming down the pipeline for that. Yeah, it's really unfortunate because something, and this happened, this wasn't, it happens consistently. If you have something that's clearly marked, don't bend this, it's always just stuffed in there. SOD2 is always getting updates. See, that's the part about that game, and I think it's probably not a bad thing if I give it a little bit of a break and then go back into it, play it again, and then I'll have a ton of different stuff to do. Customer service, what's that? How do you miss Don't Bend? Oh, dude, and it was not like it was written in small print. It was very large print, and the USPS envelopes are like heavy cardboard. It takes effort to bend them. So I've got it, it's underneath some books and stuff like that. And it was a particular artist who sells his stuff at various different conventions around. Is Storm of Iron your trucker call sign too? I never had a trucker call. I never had a CB and was fancy enough to have a trucker call sign. Decay 2 is the type of game I take breaks from. Every couple of months I do 1 or 2 legacies, then back to a small break. Never burn out. That's a great way to pace that. It's a very great way to pace that. Also, I'm not paying attention, so I totally just went over. That is a really intelligent way. Usually there's an update in between each time. So that makes it feel fresh. It makes it feel new. That makes it feel different enough. This game, instead of rushing through a lot of the content, I've definitely been taking my time more and enjoying it even more when I'm playing this game. Like, it's so fun for me to jump in this game, play this game, and I don't have to like hurry up and wait for the next DLC to land, because usually it's timed so well. Like, we don't have a ton of stuff left to do, but I can comfortably go into the next DLC without actually really worrying about having left stuff on the table. Like, one of the primary things. Okay. So one of the primary things, these guys right up here. So, regional progress. The ship has launched. Officer's investigation is complete. And this one right here, which is canned food factory built. And actually, if we go back, like, Ontario. Actually, you know what? The potatoes. Random question. How are you at Super Smash Brothers? Have you played it? I've never actually played Smash Brothers. Oddly enough, never played it. I think my call sign would be Slate Dog. My first sergeant used to call me that. That's an interesting one. I like that. That's pretty cool, actually. Slate Dog. You know what? I've never played Super Smash Brothers. And I kind of feel a little bit bad about that because it's a very, very popular game. I did try Brawlhalla, and there has been a couple other games like that because I was like a junkyard dog in my youth. BDel88, what is going on? How are you this evening? I'm super excited about Smash recently. I'm having a duel this week with another. Oh, cool. So what are the odds? And may the odds be forever in your favor. Smash Brothers is neat. I don't play it like some people do, but I'm passable at it. Very cool. Yeah, Shock Jockey, you out of most people would strike me as a Super Smash Brothers player because you are into a lot of that platform. Funny part, none of us have any idea of the skills. Oh. Multiverses. Yeah, so the whole big thing about Multiverses was weird. The game came out. They said, oh, look at this new fighting game. It's like Brawlhalla and Smash Brothers. And then everybody played it. And then they said, it's going offline. That was only the beta. And it was like, whoa, 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 whoa. No runner, but mud is 540 feet below sea level. Oh, you don't say. How muddy we talking here? 540 feet. How deep is the Mariana Trench? It's deep. But the whole thing with Multiverse was just really bizarre, I feel. And the fact that it just went, nope, we're taking it offline. Because it's not going to be a thing that we do. And it never made any sense. So, I don't know, man. Starting to bother me. Made me look a little bit too pale. I'm not that pale. I've got some color to me. So truck plus mud equals 8 hour water section. Yeah, the whole thing about it, and it was never announced as a beta. But if that's what they need to do to put out a fully finished product, you know, honestly, more game companies need to be able to stop and reevaluate their product and say, this needs to be cooked a little bit longer before we actually release it. Darktide completely dropped the ball. We all see the mess that Anthem was, and Anthem was a game. Anthem was probably my last big pre-orders before I said, you know what, I'm not going to do this to myself again. Anthem was a wonderful game. There was the bones of a very cool game right there, and BioWare dropped the ball. BioWare expecting that old BioWare magic. Multiverses made my girlfriend look like Spike from Melbourne Drive. Yes. Man, Anthem, I loved playing Anthem because it was a gorgeous game. It had no story to it. It had the bare bones of a story. It had great mechanics to it. The flying was great. The areas in which you actually flew through were great. The water effects were great. But then the strikes, they didn't have enough. They became very repetitive. And it was just, I don't know, man. Anthem really, unfortunately, it suffered from the success of Dragon's Age. Anthem, my tow truck, 230 miles an hour faster than a fighter jet. I miss Anthem, and they were going to basically shut that one down. Like, there was going to be no more Anthem. They were supposed to actually create Anthem next, and it was supposed to be basically Anthem 2.0. And they decided that they weren't to invest resources in it, even though it probably would have been Fractor Man. Hey there, party people. How you doing? Anthem is a tow truck of a story, but it's fast. The plot is very short. That's a big reason I'm down for anything Nintendo puts out that's first party. They have questionable decisions about the way they run things, but they never put out a half-baked game until it's done. That is a big, big thing. Okay, we just finished the Pump House. Yeah, that was always one of Nintendo's big things. They actually waited until a project was done. Cyberpunk 2077, anybody? That was a failed endeavor. But they brought that one back around. But after how long? How long did it take? Then you've got games like there was they released it on PC, and it was the Warhammer 40K. You're the Dark Angels, you were in Terminator armor, and it was the nice version of Nintendo was only good for the Duck Hunt days. Did you know that the second player controller could actually control the ducks in Duck Hunt? Did you know? What the hell was the name of that game? It was Deathwing. Deathwing. Yeah. If you had, I have somehow came into the possession of a Pontiac OHC Red Cam inline 6. How the hell did you screwed your brother over? Those light gun zappers also don't work that great on. No, they don't, because the modern TVs, the light that they emit, I don't think is bright enough. Correct me if I'm wrong. Also, what are we doing next? What's next? What do we got? What do we need? So Uncle Fishmore and Food Factory Construction. So that's bricks, metal beams, consumables, and that's going to get the canned food factory built. So why don't we consider doing that? The light gun era of guns. And does anybody remember when PlayStation made one and it was, you had like the looking things that just had the little orb on the top of it, but you could actually buy this whole rig thing and put the controllers in it, and it was just like you could play Killzone like that, I believe. Fortnite. Someone did make one for LCD TVs, but they are not cheap, and obviously there are no new types. Fortnite, how are you, my friend? What is going on? I hope we're gonna move to this other garage. Ironically, my old shop teacher was getting rid of it, and it was either come get it or it's going to the scrapyard. Not a clue what I'm gonna do with it, but it's safe for the scrapyard. So basically, you have kind of oh, the Power Glove. Do you remember the giant movie that was? It had what was it? A young Fred Savage, the Wizard. It was effectively a Nintendo Power Glove commercial in movie form. Also, where are my manners? I completely dropped the ball on our ever wonderful individuals here. Shock Jockey. That right there looks like some racing. Like some fun racing. Those are monster trucks, and that looks like a blast. Some Forza, but you were last seen playing SpongeBob SquarePants. Lights, camera, pants. That's fantastic. Linus Tech Tips reviewed it, and it looks pretty sweet, but I guess there are limitations. But what I wouldn't give to save Rachel in Time Crisis. Time Crisis. So the best light gun games were the ones in the arcades at the bowling alleys. Those were fantastic. Kind of want to find a square body with no engine to swap in, but that would probably be pretty hard. Dell, gotta go. All right. Well, thank you for popping by. Thank you for hanging out. Have an awesome rest of your day. And also, would love to play Point Blank in comfort of my own home. How about, so the first light gun game in an arcade that I ever played was Rambo. And you had the Uzi, and it was mounted to the cabinet, and it had like the vibration, and your bottom of the screen was all of your ammunition. And as you were just shooting away at all the bad guys, plus you had a button on there that would throw a grenade. It was bonkers. It was a lot of fun. But this wonderful human being was just playing Sea of Thieves, although that is Red Dead Redemption, and I believe probably Red Dead Redemption Online, because that is Fortnite's wacky character over there, whom I forget the name of. I do apologize for that. So bricks are there, metal beams are there, 2 bricks, 2 metal beams. They have to go all the way over to the canned food factory construction site. Guess if my buddy put a 455 Olds in a Ford truck, nothing is impossible. Nothing is impossible. So the cool thing, all right, neat little bit about the 455 Oldsmobile motor. If you find a mid-80s, say a Regal or a Delta 88 with a 307, and you just happen to have a 455 cubic inch Oldsmobile motor, that bad boy will bolt right in place of it. You should do it. Trust me. I won't steer you wrong. It was an RP server, and how could you forget Ambrosia Livingston? I could forget it because I completely forgot the name. I completely forgot your name in that. And I feel bad about that. I do feel bad. So if we get 2 bricks, so that's only cargo slots, and then we get another 2. That's 4, 5, 6. So that's 6. To be fair, been almost. Has it been that long? Has it been that long? Shock Jockey, if you're around on a Friday night and you would like to play Forza Horizon 5 with us, or the 307, yes. So Tractor Man, funny thing about that, I had story time. I had an 84 Oldsmobile Delta 88. It had chocolate brown velour bench seats in it. It was actually previously owned by the members of Godsmack, and they used to take that thing and go around and tour with it before they really made it big. I picked it up in Plastow, I want to say, like Plastow, New Hampshire. Somebody was actually selling it for one.
I'd buy that for $1.
Rambada, did you just kick that off with the Power Glove, the Nintendo Power Glove? And who remembers the Wizard? And was that Fred Savage or Ann? It was 1989. That was Fred Savage. Christian Slater was in that. Holy moly. RoboCop also just had a demo come out for a new game. Yes. Yes, it did. But yeah, Tractor Man, 307, total gutless motor. Completely 100% crash motor. It was a boat anchor. But you could get it in a Buick Regal. You could get it in a lot of different other configurations. And it was just, it was not worth it. It was just not worth it. Tell you what. How about we use bad boy? I have an idea. I have a genius idea. So we could do a high saddle. Oh, this may be fun. So we may actually not. No, we won't need the extra fuel in this. No, this is everything that you can get with. So it actually has a long bed like that, a short fuel tank, the fire tank, You could get the loading crane on it. But we want the high saddle. We definitely want the high saddle. That's the big crane. So where is our... Well, the warehouse is over here. The trailer store... We could go to the trailer store here and then up to the factory. Oh, wait a minute. I have an idea. This may get interesting. This may get very interesting. Yes, this is exactly what... What's this? Oh, that's our Kira Vets. That's our tractor. And Courtnite, how was your day? I do know how your day was, my friend. Yeah, this is our big bad Kenworth. I like this. This thing is an awesome truck. And it's definitely the standout when it comes to Season 10, DLC number 10, our British Columbia, Canada, which is British Columbia. So this one's British Columbia. Previously, it was Ontario. So British Columbia, it was okay. We get some bad family news. I have been dealing with that, but you're good. Okay. I'm sorry to hear that, but I am also happy that you personally are well. Also, did you decide on a cone from Monty? It is a locomotive on tires. Oh, Rambada, dude, have you not gotten this truck yet? The Kenworth is amazing. It's absolutely amazing. Kids in my high school had a mix of just about every vehicle, from lifted trucks to 70s land barges to 80s economy cars and a surprising amount of newer cars. Yeah, it takes all kinds, dude. It takes all kinds. So one of the things I do, I think for the donuts. Oh my God. I love the donut. Not gonna lie. Although, when Llama had mentioned the onesie and the fact that the onesie looked like part of the outfit for Chucky from Child's Play, you'll know, have to catch on. Oh, yes, you do. Yes, you do. And, Rambada, if you're around on Thursdays and you want to jump in on that multiplayer action, Mad Max, is it really? We may also do the onesie for nighttime. He is a night licker. That just sounds like a creepy creature from Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition that you would have to roll like a wisdom check to prevent yourself from going insane at the sounds of the licking at night because it haunts your dreams. There's a kid that had a K-car wagon with an automatic transmission. It's tech. Yes, but here's the thing. The K-car was Lee Iacocca's way of saving Chrysler. Chrysler would not be a company anymore if it was not for Lee Iacocca. Same Lee Iacocca with Pinto and the K-car, because he was actually able to make something happen. All right, yeah. Let's see what let's see what Thursday ends up happening, and potentially we could get Space Viking to continue on in Amor, or we could potentially jump into game with the new DLC. You mean John Bernthal? Yeah, from what was that? Ford? That was Ford versus Ferrari. How can we forget the minivan that single-handedly saved Chrysler? The minivan. Chrysler created the minivan. The Dodge Caravan. That was a creation from Chrysler, and they had the unfortunate situation where there was a recall for the rear hatch latch because it would break and people would come flying out the back. But the neat thing about it was you could actually remove the different rows of seats. Like, they actually were very forward thinking. That said, I preferred Chevy Astrovan to the Chrysler or the Dodge Caravan. He went from Ford to Chevy to Chrysler. He did. Lee Iacocca did a lot of stuff. But here's a name. Here is a name for Zora Arkus Duntov. Do we know who Zora Arkus Duntov is, perchance? I certainly hope that somebody out there knows who that is, because that is a very important name in automotive history. Something to do with Ford, moved to GM, but didn't know he went to Chrysler. The father of the Corvette, Relic hits it out of the park on that one. You are 100% correct, Relic. Zora Arkus Duntov is known as the father of the Corvette. You know who also drove Corvettes? NASA astronauts drove Corvettes. They wanted... So, GM wanted such good PR. They wanted the Corvette as their halo car. That was their something special. And to have an astronaut owning and driving Corvette. Stingrays they give to the astronauts. Yeah. How cool is that, though? You make something, and the most exclusive club in the world gets to drive it. How neat is that? I think it's a pretty cool thing. All right, so what we want to do here, we've got a high sap. This may not be the most intelligent idea. Lee Iacocca actually showed the plans for the Caravan to Ford first, and they laughed him out of the boardroom. So he packed up and went to Chrysler, just about to go bankrupt, and it almost single-handedly saved Chrysler. Yeah, Lee Iacocca, not an unintelligent individual, knew what he was doing. All right, so that's 4 slots. The wide semi, 5 slots, but we need 2 metal beams, which is 4 slots, and we need 2 bricks, which is another 2 slots. That is 6 total. We could do this bad boy right here. Mountain Lion. Yes, indeed. Someone said Snow Runner. Exactly. Rumbada, that's exactly what we're going for. Because it seemed like a good idea at the time. And whether or not this is a good idea, this is now effectively probably the longest. Yeah, the longest in the game right here. And it's actually okay. No, I think we could pull this off. Undead Dempsey, what is going on? How are you doing? Hope you're having a fantastic day. That trailer had a turning rear axle. Oh, dude, right? You know, it would be fantastic. Let's see. We want to go around here, and then we want back down and go over here, and then we back down. And all right, no, we've got this out. Well, there's some kind of plan. It may not be the best plan, but it's some kind of plan. We'll make it work. Somehow, some way, we'll make it work. Mark this off so we know exactly where we're going. Hoping to get my Scout back to the house in the next month or so to fix it. Kind of missed the diesel fuel economy because this V6 is thirsty. Get yourself a 4.3 liter V6. Or you could do like a Dodge 4 liter. They had them in, but they had those the Dakota, right? You want to talk about delightful fuel economy? Oh, you know what? Kind of never turned on my beacons. Didn't turn on my beacons. Beacons for safety. As long as there's a plan, it should work 30% of the time. It works every time. No plan, no problem, my dude. No plan, no problem. But the trails on this map, I don't think are actually really designed for this particular trailer. And case in point, we're now going to have to try to make this corner. Current S10 has a 4.3 V6. It also has a 4-barrel carb and probably makes 250 horsepower and smoked tires. Allegedly. That's what I likes about use. So here's the great thing. Because it's empty, we have no real additional weight on the back end. So we can just kind of drag it around. As you said, no plan, no problem. I think it is from Bada. I have to rework some of the designs. And I know I've said I had to do that before. I'm so bad at getting to, like, that's one of the few last things that I really need to kind of take care of is redoing some of the merch designs because I want to redo the stickers. Good old 4.3. No, you can't. The 4.3, and they still use, GM still, I still need to get, so the Storm, just the classic Storm of Iron mug, I love that thing. From the previous merch store, it was awesome. And I really want to get the pint glass that has the logo on it. I've just been slacking so bad on order in. But yeah, the 4.3, GM still the version of the 4.3 engine. And it's good. You found the 4.3 in a lot of different applications when it came to get here. Oh, this is where we get the metal beam. All right. The 4.3 would find itself in delivery vans, or it was the primary motor of the Chevy Astro van. The S10 Blazer would get them. The S10 pickup trucks would get them. But the base S10 regular cab short bed with the 2.2 liter 4-cylinder, 2-wheel drive, slower than dog snot. Like Ford with a 5.0, but some years in the trucks I hate. The 4.3 at 350 with the back 2 cylinders. Yes, exactly. Because if you actually held up some of the gaskets for the 4.3, you could effectively take V8 gaskets and take some scissors to them and make yourself V6 gaskets. And wouldn't you know it? Wouldn't you know it? Fishbomb 94, thank you so much for the follow. Wouldn't you know? Undead Dempsey, thank you very much for the follow as well. Yeah! Welcome on in, everybody. We've got Sparks Sim Racing out there. That is the most epic of raid music, or the most epic of raiders. What is going on, everybody? How are you all doing? I hope you're having a phenomenal day. It is only Tuesday. It's Monday number 2, but it's Tuesday. Or, if we want to dial back to some pagan calendars, we know exactly what today is named after. That said, this delightful human being right here, who was just seen playing SnowRunner, that is also SnowRunner. See him right there? he's fancy. He's way more fancy than this fellow right here. Got a tie, white button-down shirt, rocking the 5-point harness right there. Look at that. Quick release. That is key right there. There are actually several different kinds of quick releases to 5-point racing harnesses. You've got a cam lock. You've got the latch lock. Flip of sparks on blades. Fancy that? Just there. Well, what do you know? If you have not followed Spark Sim Racing, you should be following Spark Sim Racing. Because the funny thing is, we're in Canadaville. He's a Canadian fellow. And he's quite a delightful Canadian fellow as well. Gets my seal of approval. And he really likes that raid music. So that also happens. I work in a shop, and I've seen some wild engineering, honestly. Undead Dempsey. Yeah. Yeah, if there is a will, there is a way. Chrysler did that with the Magnum engines of the 90s. Cut off 2 cylinders, and you can get the 3.9 V6. Add 2 cylinders, and you get the 8-liter V10. You do love the raid music, though? Hey, man, you are an incredibly nice, pleasant, extremely delightful human being. And I very much appreciate you raiding on in. I try to lurk when I can, because usually you're streaming while I'm at work. And I like to hang out there if I can, even if the volume is down really low. You're doing things, and you know, we like to support you. And that's the thing. Even if you're just in somebody's channel, and you know what, I absolutely very much can't thank you enough for that. That is most gracious of you. But like, you're hanging out, you got nothing better to do. Go lurk in a channel. Costs nothing, and it's fun. Let's see. The Chrysler Heavy Duty V10 can pass anything but a gas station. Yeah, those things were decent. Like when they had them Dodge Rams. Do you remember it was their version of like a sport truck? That's what he appreciates about you. Cryptid Tales. Hi everybody, I thought it was Wednesday. That's all right. Worst is the composite pans with the twist plug or oil filter location. Composite pans, or anything that is a one-time use only and you don't realize until you go to do it, and that's your only transportation. The SRT-10, yes. Yes, SRT-10. Okay, this may not end well. Oh, there it goes. Oh, there goes the cargo. Oops, my bad. Is it still October? Yeah, actually, we're halfway through October. Halfway through October. SRT-10s were actually really cool vehicles. I do not think that there was much out there at the time. Did you mention the Chevy S10 truck? Yes, I did. Oh, excuse me. We need to go back to the garage and get something on it. Storm, brother, I will be going for now. Kind of sleepy now once more. Thank you for the support. Stay safe, my friend, and take care. You and all your good people in chat. Even you, Relic. But this is between us. Yeah, Relic is an undercover nice guy, so don't... He's a nice guy. Not. Totally not. But Rambada, take care of yourself, my friend. The Ram SRT-10. Yes, the Shelby Dakota. What? The boxy style S10 or the rounded style S10? Lies and slander. Had a Chevy S10 4x4 when I was young, and me and my friends, being crazy rednecks that we were, we decided to have a tug of war. My little S10 against a full-size Ford, and I won. I also broke the Ford's transmission. That Ford was found on the road dead. Crash Prime. Thank you very much for that follow. I do greatly appreciate it. I hope you're all having a fantastic and wonderful day. I know, back then. I have a first-generation Ranger, and yes, Rangers are small trucks. The S10s are small trucks. Okay, so we have something that we can put the... Yeah. Need something for the crane. Need a good crane. Awful S10 Extreme. Nothing. Dude, I had an S10 Extreme. I had a 2001 S10 Extreme, and that was a great truck. That was a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun. How about put a crane on this bad boy? We'll put the we'll put this crane on this thing. I've always had a small truck until now that I don't have any vehicle. I'm very disappointed that no, you can't. Small trucks, they don't make small trucks anymore. That's why V8 in a Ranger just makes sense. Well, yeah. Yeah. It's a beautiful the S10 Extreme had actually one of the more tasteful body kits that you get on a truck from the factory. But it was only a very, very stock. You could get it with a 4.3 liter V6, or you could get it with the 2.2 liter 4-cylinder. So an S10 Extreme with a 4-cylinder. But here's the thing: if you got it with the 4.3 V6, you can take the V6 out, stuff an electric motor into place. Bibbidi bobbidi. Haven't done anything too wild with my 88 S10. Most I've done with it is move some hay around. Hey. I wouldn't mind. Dude, 80 swap, so the square style S10. Pull out the engine and drivetrain. Would you put a stick in it? Would you run automatic or would you put a stick? I would like to think that it would be fun to drive. Hey. Verskill, what is going on? How are you doing? As the saying goes about the Viper V10, how the hell did they only get 400 horsepower out of V10? It was very small. It was a small displacement. My buddy has an S10 Extreme with a 4.3 and 5-speed manual, donuts like crazy. Oh, yeah. Oh, that thing will do donuts because they weigh like nothing. I am very, very, very good right now. I'm having a great day because, you know, we're having a snow kind of day. They are like regulations now. Yes. Regulations, crash safety rating, killed the small truck. We only have a small engine due to fuel economy. So it's called there's also the import trucks. There was a big thing about that and how they get taxed coming across the border and whatnot. You know that old joke? Stick shift is millennial theft prevention or deterrent. Funny thing is now that is for real. A lot of people have no clue. Yeah, a lot of people can't drive stick just because automatic transmission technology. It's just so much better. Just played co-op with Sparks on Amor Blades. Amor, hands down, favorite map. Completely favorite map. We've been playing on Thursdays with Space Viking. We are trying to get Rocket. Because you have a V6 S10, a V8 like a 305 or 350 shouldn't be. No, not at all. Like, that would go right in there. What's this stick thing sticking up from the floor? Son, that's how you shift. Damn it, Bobby. Push the clutch in. Ain't no son of mine gonna drive an automatic transmission. It's actually pretty big. I didn't think it was that big. 350 is such an easy swap in most. You know, honestly, the 5.3 would be good. The LS Motor 5. You could do a 4.8. You could do a low compression 4.8 run turbo. Call it a day. Little eBay turbo, Curbski. I would like to get an old truck with a column shift. You know, the manual column. Yes, the 3 on the tree. Because nobody knows how to use those things, and I would just get a kick out of that just for that. So, oh, you don't say, Cryptic Tales. That would be a very wild situation right there. Just rolling up someplace, being like, "This is my theft prevention device." Small block Chevy found in everything but a Chevy. Have I tried Train Sim? I have not. I saw Sparks.
I like to move it. I like to move it. I like to move it. You like to move it. I like to move it.
I love that. Thank you, Mountain Lion. I have not tried Train Simulator. Train Simulator does look like a fun game. It does look like a very fun game. And I certainly hope that everybody who came in for the raid who may not have known that is a thing that happens here from time to time. There's a lot of weird stuff that we do. Like, we might be talking cars, but then all of a sudden food will rain from the sky. Verskill, thank you very much for the follow. Every 3 on the tree I've driven, definition of grind it to find it. But yeah, if you didn't know that things like that happen, we could be sitting here talking about 5.3 liter, 4.8 liter Chevy LS motor swaps into an older S10 pickup truck. But then a UFO will come by, and then this happens. And it's kind of an unfortunate situation because there goes our bacon and eggs. True story. Finowin! Holy cow, indeed. How are you? What is going on? It is so good to see you. I hope you are well today. I am doing very good. I'm doing awesome, actually. I'm playing my favorite game, SnowRunner, hanging out with all kinds of cool people, regardless of where you are from, globally, hanging out, watching cool stuff. And you know what? If you don't follow Finowin, Valheim, Dead by Daylight, sometimes a horror-themed game, lots of cool, lots and lots and lots of cool stuff. So go give Finowin a follow. Eat some dinner and relax it for a bit. What are you dinner? Inquiring minds would like to know. Also, at the horror-themed convention, the Monster Expo, I was just at. Whoa! That. You just lit that troll up. You lit that troll up. But I got hot sauces. I got streaming night equals TV dinner for a fast meal. You know what? Honestly, TV dinners have come a long way. Where once upon a time you had to put it in the oven or the toaster oven. Since when are there cows in SnowRunner? You never know, do you? Oh, wait, no. We totally went the wrong. They are kind of decent. One of my fondest memories is operating a locomotive on the freight train on the main line.
I used to be an adventurer like you. Then I took an arrow in the knee.
Unfortunate. Very unfortunate. It was a third-generation locomotive, diesel locomotive, and the way they are designed, you were part of the train, and the feeling is just amazing. You don't get that with the modern locomotive. And I am glad I had that experience because it was an amazing feeling. You know what? That's wild. Viper V10 started off at 8 liters in 1991, and it ended with 8.4 liter displacement in 2017. The Viper GSR, now that is an automotive marvel right there. Also, I was watching a little bit of Redbeard play some Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and I had the good fortune to actually meet Brett Wagner, who was in the 2003 version of Texas Chainsaw Massacre. He was also the voice of Monster Garage, Big Schwag. He does the sled. So not many people know this, but the 2003 version of Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the first kill was done by Brett Wagner. He does what they call the sledgehammer kill or the temper kill. And man, oh man, does he mess up that dude. Like, he just rocks that dude's just done. And okay. Oop, nope. There. Oh. Yeah, it's gonna get this stuff. I'm actually working on a truck to have as my daily. It's a 2000 Silverado, 1500 4x4, 5.3. Good truck. Typical rusted brake lines. They all have rusted brake lines. I also met Michael Berryman. Oh, it's a ridiculously long trailer. I met Michael Berryman, which honestly was so damn cool. He is in so many different roles, and it was an honestly, like, it was a pleasure meeting you, an absolute honest to goodness pleasure, meeting basically a cinema icon such as him. Nope. I also met Walter Phelan. Phelan? Walter, it's spelled Phelan. And he actually plays Dr. Satan in House of Thousand Corpses, which was a classic of film, and I think it's a wonderful film. They have those weird brake line coverings from the factory and all your... Yes, it does. Yes, it absolutely does. I almost bought a 6.2 liter powered OBS Chevy, but it was in pretty bad mechanical shape. The 6.2 liter is the slowest. It is so slow. So very, very slow. All right, so let's go over to this guy. Pack the cargo. Cargo hath been packed. And let's continue on our merry way. Thank you very much. And hopefully we won't need that, hopefully we won't need that crane again. Yeah, the 6.2 liter though, dude, that thing, it is a dog, like an excruciatingly doggy. That had the mechanical fuel injection, I think. Because it was the 6.5 liter actually got the, saw a picture of you in, yes, that was the convention on Saturday. I went to the convention. It's fine. It'll turn off eventually. I'm not too worried about it because the truck actually stops existing once we drive away. That's the great thing about it. Like, it might be there on the map, but it doesn't exist in reality anymore. It's like the Langoliers. Bronson Pinchot. Great movie. That was a Stephen King series on TV. Nightmares and Dreamscapes, though. That's a series. Out of sight, out of mind. Exactly. Not my problem anymore. That's a future me problem. It was a great movie until the Langoliers showed up and you get a good look at them. And yeah, so that was because it was a made-for-TV movie-style miniseries. Thought it only stopped if you left the map. Yeah. Well, basically the engine is going to stop, but the physics in this game, you have a bubble, and it's a reality bubble, which I think it applies to the various different trucks and stuff that, like, once you drive away from it, it was really worn out. The motor took forever to start on a hot summer day because it had lost so much compression. Yeah, that's not something you want to get yourself involved in because that's a whole engine teardown. You're looking at sending the block out to see if it can actually be refreshed. Pistons, rings, checking the crank. And at that point in time, it's like, why bother? Because you're going to be into it for more money than it's actually worth. All right. But yeah, like, there is a certain point time where you have to decide that are you going to cut your losses or are you just going to keep throwing good money at bad? I was going to buy it, just have a small block in, call it good. Yeah, you know what? You're kind of lucky in that regard. There's not a lot of like pick-aparts here. There's not a lot of used salvage yards. And a lot of the smaller salvage yards have been actually bought up by, what is it, LKQ or Copart or, you know, a lot of those places, they have effectively absorbed the used auto parts market. UJMR, what is going on? How are you this evening? I hope you're doing good. Coming on into the sound of the truck horn. Just trying to get this thing around this here corner. I don't know why I sound like your dad works for a car lot with multiple junkyards, so we get stuff for little to nothing. That's a good thing. That is definitely a good thing. Go. Apparently we're going to go up and over. Ish. Hopefully we don't need that crane truck again. Maybe? No, we're good. It's a big plus of living where I do. Past that, it's a big question. I'm the kind of guy to go on eBay to find used parts because I buy new parts, especially for farm equipment. Yeah. You know, you have to do what you can to make do with what you have. Any means necessary. That's what it is. All right. Now let's try to get like all of this truck and trailer across this tiny little bridge. There we go. So that's where the factory is right there. Trying to think about... Yeah, I think we could get that. Then we come down here, and then we head all the way back. And we'll be good. We'll be good. Well, good-ish. Good adjacent. I mean, we could have done like this with several trips with the twin steer. All right, dude. Tractor Man, take care of yourself, buddy. Thank you for hanging out. I do appreciate it. Always good to see. Always good to see everybody. Don't take that for granted. Always good to see everybody. See if we can't get this thing down and around. Today I did see a 2000 Silverado 1500 that was mint 63K actual miles, also in the maroon color. The maroon color is a good color. I do like that maroon color. I am kind of... So in that year, like for the late 90s, early 2000s, you had a couple of popular colors, one of which was the pewter metallic. That was the color you never had to wash because it looked like your truck was never dirty. And then you also had another popular color, which was the indigo blue metallic. So the pewter metallic and the indigo blue metallic. I think one of them was 43U was the paint code. The other one was 74U. Could be wrong. All right. 1 brick. 2 brick. Also, what else do we bring down there? I forget. So consumables are over there. Concrete slabs. Oh, I should have got 2 concrete slabs while I was right there. Oh, don't you know? You know what? That's fine. We'll deal with that conundrum when we get there. Super Goat, what is going on, dude? How are you? What is the good word? Oh, and we have fuel. How's everything then? Fuel. Here we go. All right. Now we get fuel. We're going to... Oh, yeah. You know what? I'm going to loop around and then down here. From 99 to 03 was the first gen, and 04 to... the 2003 had... You're thinking 99 to 2002. The 2003 had the same style of headlights as the 2004. I prefer the 2003, 2004, 2005. That, I like the angled style of the headlights more than I like the rounder style headlights of like a 99, 2000, 2001. Basically, it was the same. Everything about it was primarily the same, just a minor facelift. All right, chugga chugga chew, chew. I choo choo. And it was also very interesting how Chevy always did that like weird little bit of overlap with the model styles. Like 99 2000 for GMC trucks had the worst headlight. Oh yeah. I like the GM. I like the Chevy grills a little bit. Just a test screen. Audio is all messed up. This Steel Series Arc headset I have makes all kinds of static and crackling. Goes right through the stream of the game audio. Always disappointed those red pumps aren't cargo. Oh, I know, right? That would be kind of neat. So, Super Goat, that's kind of odd. It sounds like you're having a little bit more of an issue. I thought you got the... Didn't you get a Blue Yeti mic? I forget. I typically don't do headset. I don't like headsets. And even when I'm using the earbuds on a Thursday night stream with Space Viking, just so I can hear everything in the Discord, don't have that hooked up to your PC. Dude, oh, it's so simple. So simple. But do yourself a favor, if you are going to use a microphone just like this, you want to hook up, or when you go to put the source into OBS Studio, make sure you use filters. You want to use filters like... You're going to use a compressor, noise gate, noise suppression, and potentially gain. My monitor doesn't have audio, so I have my game audio through the... Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. I gotcha. So you've got your game audio running through your headset. Not a problem. I thought you were using a capture card. I'm just gonna make, yep, barely make it around there. Trying to think. One thing I will recommend, and it actually a bit better for the capture card, especially the HD60X. I have two different capture card captures. One is just the video source for the capture card. The other one is just the audio source for the capture card. And I do highly recommend it because it actually splits the two, and it prevents the capture card from doing funny stuff every now and again. Like if I'm streaming, I can have the audio through my PC from the stream, but I think this Arctic is just a piece of crap. I unhook it all together. Do you have any other audio sources or Bluetooth stuff? Solastrato. I do funny stuff every now and again. You do you? What, like look funny? What is going on? How is everything with you? Yes, gasp indeed. Yeah, actually, what we're gonna do this. 216. It wasn't so depressed. Wish I had it all together right now. I want to be here, but I'm just lost. Good to see you, man. Thanks for always being there for me. Have a good night. 216. I certainly hope things are somehow going to get better for you. I certainly hope that things will turn around for you, that you find your way out of the hole that you seem to find yourself in. You've got a great family. You've got an amazing bunch of kids, wonderful wife, and you're a good dude. No one can ever take that aspect from you. Be good. Good. You have a wireless rig headset, which is doing the static crackling. Why I thought it was way out, so bought the Steel Series that had a couple days later, my rig headset started working fine. So, wait, both headsets had started crackling? We're just, oh darn. We're just gonna drag this thing right on around. Because we can. Oh, it's stuck on the wheel, that's why. Okay, I see it now. Oh boy. Potentially, we're not going to need that crane truck to come on down and save us. The rig did, so I bought the Steel Series, and the rig started working again. Rig doesn't crack, but the Steel Series does. I don't think that's going to be your headsets then. If both of them are due at some point in time, I think it's going to be a little bit deeper than just your headsets. Do you have, what is it? Can you have anything to plug into, like the USB or the... Because that doesn't sound... kind of weird. And it's got to be something simple too. Drag everything right on over. All things in time. And usually Super Goat, it's like, it's just troubleshooting. Usually it's the simplest answer, is the easiest answer, but sometimes you gloss over that, diving into all kinds of other different stuff. Make sure that the audio settings on your computer are set correctly. Try and move the beds. Alexa device making noises and stuff. Move the bed so I can put my desk next to it. So I'm gonna have to unplug everything anyway. So hopefully once everything unplugged, yeah. When it comes to situations like that, do one device at a time. And if you can figure out what's going on, like my USB camera up there, I can't run the latest driver for it, because what happens is if I plug in the USB camera, it actually doesn't allow me to have any audio inputs or outputs and it doesn't recognize anything, like regardless of what's plugged in. It's the weirdest thing. This truck is awesome. This truck is massive. A lot of fun to use. And it's a great truck for the region, too. It's a great truck for a lot of regions. All right, Daniel's Off-Road Gaming. Take care of yourself, my friend. Have a wonderful rest of your evening. Be good. And we will see you when we see you. And don't forget, tomorrow is Wednesday, so that is our day off. And then Thursday is going to be our multiplayer SnowRunner day. But we're going to have to figure out, are we playing multiplayer in MOR with Space Viking? Or are we jumping into the new map? We have choices. We have options. It's going to be fun. Big money, big prizes. I love it. That was a great game. Super Smash TV, such an awesome game. Just a absolutely phenomenal game. So the consumables are over there, but the concrete slabs are right over there. And we can't even get the concrete slabs. Well, technically we could, but we're not going to work with it. We'll get to it. We'll get to it. We got all this. And two. No, concrete slabs. I think we actually. One, I can't remember. Johnny Knott doesn't feel like cheating using the Kenworth Master 605. So here's the thing. I use sparingly, but I'm all kind of limiting myself with the fact that I'm using the 8-slot trailer right here. And the 8-slot trailer adds an artificial level of difficulty to what we're doing. So it sort of offsets any benefits one might gain from using the Kenworth. And it's fun. I try not to use the 605R. I try not to use the 612 Mastodon because I actually want to enjoy at least a bit of a challenge. Realistically, we could have even gone into this with a Kolob. I would have liked to have seen what a Kolob would have done. And I mean, that had potential too, so. But we hadn't used the Kenworth in a while. We did just finish up using the Kolob. I like the Kolob. But it's almost as if the Kolobs are essentially outclassed by next to everything that's come down the pipeline because they are two base game level trucks. Only add-on that they've ever received, any upgrades they've ever received, was the adjustable suspension for both trucks. And boy, oh boy, did they need it. Like, they absolutely had to have that additional height to the suspension because if you think one of the Kolob, you were going over these little tiny pebbles right here, it would just hit it, and slow down and slow down and slow down. And it basically made the truck almost unmovable. Now we've got stuff like the Kenworth. So, what is your go-to truck when you're not using a 605, 612, or something like the Kenworth? Like, what do you prefer to use? Because I'll use anything. I use anything and everything. Because then it's a party. Hey, wait, I had a beverage. I almost forgot about that. if we can, steer with one hand and try to open a beverage with the other. And not spill fluid all over me. Oh boy. Here we go. Lately I try to challenge myself to play different trucks. Exactly. I love the variety of trucks that we have. I was even using Caravets that we see right here as a, it's a pulling truck to pull stuff out of the mud. It has the repair body on it so that we can actually refuel and repair other things. I think it's great. The Caravets, however, it is unstoppable in any mud whatsoever, but it's got the worst turning of any vehicle in the entire game. Like, you cannot steer the truck whatsoever. And that was another one. It took a really long time to unlock Velozersk Blades. And it was one of those late game trucks that if you didn't know how to get it, you just randomly happened upon it. Which I didn't even know which, because it wasn't even a contract. And you found it, you found the tractor, and it was on its side in a pond, but there was no task to actually get it. There was no contract to get it, so you actually had to complete a bunch of other stuff before you got that. And it was like, what are we doing here? This does not seem to be working appropriately. So, in certain regards, it would also be kind of like using the Tataran, or it would be like using Vega, when those clearly outclass a lot of the terrain that kind of have to put them. I like them, don't get me wrong, but I can't even remember the last time I used the Tataran. It's a great rig, but you can't tow a trailer with it, which means you can't tow a Scout fuel trailer, you can't tow a bear left. You can't tow the Scout fuel trailer. You can't tow the radar trailer. I like the radar trailer that they introduced in Mandra. Well, Lake Cove. Mandra was the second map of Lake Cove, which Lake Cove, best night sky in the game. And it's incredible. Mr. Enigma, how are you doing? But in the end, I see that I can finish every mission in normal mode with almost every not open truck, but with more effort and more time. I wonder sometimes why I should do that. How do you enjoy playing the game? I'm doing real great tonight, Mr. Enigma. I am having a wonderful time. I'm playing my absolute favorite game here. Just enjoying everything. I've got a beverage. I've got snacks. I've got wonderful people hanging out. Awesome folks that I'm talking to. I am having a good time. But it's all in how you play the game and how you get your enjoyment from this game. Because this game doesn't hand you a instruction manual. It's just get this stuff from here, bring it over to here. Okay, done. You're in control of how you decide to do any and all of it. Take the big overpowered truck, if you like. Take the really underpowered trucks that are going to struggle, if you like. That's the best thing about this game. there are so many different ways to approach it. Hey, oh, Marine. All right. So this is our first bit of cargo delivery. The stage A. So we get some bricks built, we get some beams built. Now we need some consumables and some concrete slabs. Exactly. There is no right or wrong way to play this game. You play this game however you want to play this game. You can choose to make it easy. You can choose to make it difficult. So, speaking of making things difficult, we need to get 2 consumables. And I want to say that there was a trailer over here somewhere, but I made it go away. Eventually? Yeah, I think I made the trailer over here go away. And it would have been easier to use a significantly shorter trailer, but we're going to use this giant honkin' trailer because we want to do silly, ridiculous things. Like making it difficult by going and obtaining just 2 consumables. So 2 cargo units worth of stuff. And we're going to put it on this giant trailer. Just because we can. Would it have been far easier and much more simple if we had a smaller truck? Or a smaller truck with a smaller trailer? Are we going to do that? Because it's all about having fun. Now, let's see if I can't get... Oh, boy. All of this trailer across this tiny little... Which I just got to get some wheels. Oh, it... All right. Well... There we go. There we go. Just drag it. Just drag it right around. Counts. Had we a trailer camera, the thing would just be ripped off and left on the ground somewhere. After just dragging it past the foam pole, rocks, terrain features. It's all good. I like this area. This is a nice little running by right here. Is it a stream? Or is it a, what do they call it? A creek? What? How do you spell a creek? Because it's not C-R-E-K. That's not a creek. Although is a stream the same thing as a creek? Very interesting kind of phrase. Frick. Right? I mean, it just, I don't know. It's certainly not a New Englander sort of thing. But then again, we've got the Packy and Banga Yui, so... Where be the truck yeeter? Fancy flute. What is going on? How are you doing? It's Major Meckett. It's spelled creek, but pronounced crick. Okay. But it's like is that a Midwestern kind of thing? What portion of the continental United States actually uses that for its pronunciation? I'm just curious on that one. Southeast? It's coast? Okay. Okay. Gotcha. All right, so this is also going to be interesting because I have... How are we gonna... All right, cargo management. Let's get Consumables, 1, 2. This is all we're using this giant trailer for. That's it. Some Pennsylvania people say crick. Okay. Pennsylvania's kind of weird. Pennsylvania's filled with a bunch of weirdos anyways. Let's see if we do this. If this works, it's going to be a miracle. Miracle Max. Soda pop. Soda pop. Soda. Water. Well. There goes that. And that didn't work. Oh man. Well, that certainly didn't work. But let's see how we can be creative. That's certainly creative right there. All right, you know what? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. It was, holy moly. It actually allowed us to pack the cargo by hoovering it up. Hurricanes. All right, let's see. On a new show on Max. It's really what show is that? I'm always good for a new cool show. I have been watching Kitchen Nightmares and Robert Irvine's Restaurant Impossible. Try to get this thing back underneath the trailer. Nope, that didn't do it. Well, I'm guessing that wasn't exactly going to work nearly as good. We got it to work once. I guess it's not in the cards for the second time around. I can't believe that I actually managed to pack the cargo like that. Of course it's gonna get in my way. Naked Attraction. What's that? See if I can't kind of... I have an idea. It may not be the best idea, but it'll be an idea nonetheless. New way to meet singles in reverse. Okay. All right. All right. All right. I think they meet naked and then go from there. Interesting. That is a very unique and interesting concept. Or then you've always got like what is it, 90-day fiance and all that stuff. There are some wild shows. Like Naked and Afraid. Speaking of the naked portion. Like Naked and Afraid. Why would you think that it's a good idea to get dropped in the middle of nowhere? Well, it's on Max, so I imagine, like, Max was one of those things. And you know what? I just wish that they would just still call it HBO. Call it what it is. It's HBO. Although it's very interesting watching Kitchen Nightmares, and just the full-on obscenity that go flying on that show. Because boy, oh boy, do temperatures get heat. Which is a thing that temperatures typically do. So there is that. Heaters in those tipsy flies, or the little biting black fly. Biting flies, gnats, any of that stuff is pure misery on a good day. We do have both pieces of cargo. Crap, don't go too far. Here we go. They didn't merge HBO with Max and Discover. Yeah, that's... Yeah, too many streaming services. And we knew this was going to happen when Netflix hit it big, and then all of a sudden every major network announced that it was going to have its very own streaming service. This is what we got. And we all thought that cable was a bad thing. This is where we are at now. We have way too many subscriptions. When Netflix lost all of the Marvel show. Major Beckett, thank you very much for the follow there. I really appreciate that. They should have kept the HBO and Discover brands and just made them part of the Max the way they did TCM and some of the other groups that they made deals with. So to a degree, you have a greater bit of flexibility and freedom. I personally would roll with only streaming service. Like if I had the opportunity to go with a full just internet, that would be the way to do it. Because you'd lose so much unneeded cost from cable television, all of that stuff. Right. That whole thing about oversimplifying things with the Kenworth, not so much. Not so much at all. All right. Dump off 2 of those. We need concrete slab. And the slabs are 2 cargo piece. So realistically, we could take trailer, or we could take a twin steer. We could totally take a twin steer. And you know me and the twin steer. I personally enjoy the twin steer. And this is the actual last. This is the last. Yeah, Canned Food Factory built. So when we actually do Uncle Fishmore's, Uncle Fish will do the job, which is this one. Yeah, it says Canned Food Factory built. That is our last objective. Kind of round out this here now. Nika Fernandez, how are you, friend? I am absolutely using the Rave suspension on the twin steer because I like living dangerously, my friend. Nika Fernandez, what is going on? How are you this evening? You are very welcome. I am so glad that that batch of gifted subs made its way to you and some of the other people that we did get, because it was so cool to get his first Rumbada's very first affiliate stream. And if you are an individual who also enjoys more SnowRunner, also Forza Horizon, racing games, all kinds of different stuff, Nika Fernandez plays a lot of different games. Probably check her out. Go give her a follow. She's a very good individual. And if you speak Spanish, even better. Because she speaks like 10 different languages, where I speak 2. English and bad English. But you're gonna have a good time. No joke. That's right. Sound of the mighty beast. The noise that truck makes, it feels like it's one unique. Very much so. I don't think so. There's this one, and then there's the Azov, the 5319. I kind of feel like is also a very unique sound to it. It's a great sound. I think this is one of the better sounding trucks. It's this really heavy, low burble. Very tired. I leave the house at 10 in the morning and return at 2 at night between work, the English Academy, etc. You are very welcome. The Dan horn? I don't know. Is it similar to that? I always like the American trucks. Actually, the one thing that the American trucks sell with is the sound of the horn. Like, it actually has a very good sounding. I love the Navistar. The Pacific P16 also has a very, very robust horn. Where do we turn in the... Okay, the trailer store, you have to go past everything else. But how is the English Academy going for you? Is everything going well? I hope everything's awesome. Is this like map 2 or 3? It's been a while since I played. So this one is DLC number 10. This is British Columbia. And this is the second. There are 2 maps in British Columbia. We have Duncan Bay and we have North Peak National Park, which is where we are. And we've got all the DLCs. We got every single little bit of DLC. I have been playing this game since. The newest DLC actually comes out on Thursday. So DLC number 11 drops on Thursday. And I am very excited for this. Very, very excited. British Columbia is the best region to buy after you... You know, honestly, you can. British Columbia and also, I would say Ontario as well. You get another really, really good truck in Ontario. The Dairy Special. I feel like Ontario and this map, you're actually able to do a lot in it without it being overly difficult. But it's still fun. It's still really, really enjoyable. And it's still very, very fun. Ontario, yeah, yep, exactly. Ontario is a great place to start. This is, it works because it feels like it could simply be a mixture of both Michigan and Tamir kind of together. But it's not as unforgiving as Tamir is. Have a great night. I'll drop it. All right, Mr. Enigma, take care of yourself. Be good. We will see you when we see you. Thank you very much for popping by. I appreciate it. All right, so we did that. We're going to recover. Now we have to go get concrete slabs. Concrete slabs need to deliver to the Canned Food Factory construction site. They are all the way over here. Slabs. Because we've got concrete blocks, which are the 1 cargo slot. Hey, Michigan. Kind of. I mean, it sort of gives you that because it doesn't have ice, it doesn't have snow. It's got nice driving Michigan characteristics, and it's got enough muddy portions to actually make you really sort of work towards it, but you don't need vehicles like the Tega or the Azov 319. You can do this stuff and not get overwhelmed. Also, I think the year one thank you pack, the trucks they add in the year one thank you pack are very good vehicles. The International HX520 and the Caterpillar CT681, which the only difference between the 680 and the 681 is the drop axle, the unpowered drop axle, that is. All right. So, what vehicle do we wish to use? Kind of thinking. Here is the only problem that we have with this garage right here. Stop playing after C2. Just got burnt out. No friends to keep the fire. Okay. Well, you know what? This game, I enjoy it as a single player experience, and I sat down hour after hour after hour playing this solo, but I also played this game with friends, and it's even better with it. It turns a great game even better with people to play with. It's just that good. You know, and it's not like a game where you can only play it with friends or as a multiplayer experience to enjoy it. Like, I truly think this is one of the most relaxing games that you could possibly get your hands on. I love this truck. This is hands down one of my favorite trucks. This truck was available as a pre-order bonus when I got this game from Best Buy. I started playing this game day one long. That's when I started. Waited for the delivery, show up from UPS, got it, downloaded everything, unlocked what I had to unlock, and just started playing with friends. SnowRunner is the safe place after some other hard multiplayer games. You know what, honestly, this isn't a Dark Souls game. This isn't Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. You don't have to worry about someone who's going to send you an angry message because you were somehow better than them in playing this. It's just it's that fun. It's truly an enjoyable experience, and it's relaxing, laid back. This game really teaches you that it is about the journey and not the destination, because you are allowed to make the choices that you wish to make in this game. Want to take the road that winds around the mountain, or do you want to go a little bit ham and drive right up the side of the mountain? Roads be damned. You have options. You have so many. You want to fix the infrastructure first, or as you get to it? It made it hard because I was so advanced over my friends that did play. It made their struggle into away the fun for them, because all my trucks could just power over the obstacles and they stopped playing. Understandable. The interesting thing is, we got trucks now, like the Mastodon, the 612H, which is the... Ori, what's going on, dude? How are you doing? The Mastodon is a DLC truck. You can buy the truck for like all of, what, $3-4? And it's one of those vehicles that are introduced so late in the game that it definitely outclasses a lot of other vehicles. It's an amazing platform. It has chain tires on it, or available to, that the original Zix 605R did not. You've got all the different attachments, fuel, and one of the things that they actually started doing was adding fuel and repair points on roof cargo for a lot of the newer trucks that you were able to get, which was kind of cool. Because, like the Navistar right here, no extra fuel, no extra repair point. We have a spare tire. That's it. And once we're done, we're done. You can have as many trucks as your finances allow, my friend. Who will blame me with the sound of the Viking horn? What is going on? How are you doing? Hope you're having a good night. I'm having awesome. This is probably going to be our last chance to experience British Columbia, Canada, quite some time. A little splash and go. But yeah, you can have any... Oh, damn. I just dropped my controller. By the way, stream lagging and will freeze soon because Twitch Mobile runs on six single A batteries. I certainly hope that you're actually able to watch at least a little bit of something, my friend. Wrong game or the most right game ever? The most right game in the world. Also, I completely forgot what kind of saddle is on this truck, whether the high saddle or the low saddle. Ooh. Now it's a mystery. Let's find out when we get there. Aha! You are cheering for SOD2, my friend. And we're just making a smoke screen as we kind of go on. I love the truck. I really love the truck. It's one of my favorites just because of how it looks. This truck doesn't have differential lock. It's straight up all-wheel drive all the time. No differential lock. But it's still just a brute. And it just muscles its way through on sheer power alone every time. But thank you, Mad Max. I do appreciate the bits. Even though I am playing the wrong game, according to you. But we just did have Zach of Mars, who was in here earlier, and was actually talking about how there is new stuff in State of Decay 2. All right, let's see what we have for trailer off-road, because I don't even remember what saddle we have. Okay, we have a low saddle, thankfully. That's a gooseneck semi that'll hold 4. So the flatbed semi, we do the we'll do the sideboards. There we are. Hello. Also, this truck is nice because it actually allows the use of, like, we can actually make a corner. And we don't get the corner of the trailer hung up on the back of the truck. So we just go straight ahead, we bear to the right, and then we left. bring it around. The unfortunate thing is, like, some of these trucks definitely need more lighting. How often do you find a truck or something that you can salvage? It depends on the map. So, Michigan, we find Chevy Kodiak. Smithville Dam, we actually get the international, the first heavy duty, all-wheel drive differential lock equipped vehicle. Second map, we find another Chevy CK 1500. You know, there's various different vehicles. Actually, the first map has a Scout, well, an International Harvester Scout. There's a bunch of stuff available on that very first map. This thing's also a pig on. But any of these vehicles, you can sell anything and everything that you get, and you can buy it back for the exact same amount. So there's no loss that you really have to worry about. But if you want to try a different truck, if you level up to or you unlocked a truck that you want to try, you can do that. And if you don't like it, you can sell it and not take a loss on it, which is very generous of this game to do. Two concrete slabs. So my entire fleet I could sell. And if I did, I would probably have millions and millions and millions of dollars. And that's all money in game that I've actually got from playing the game. Not just glitching or any weird stuff. It's all just from playing this game, which is so bizarre. It's absurd the amount of money that I've made just simply doing the regular map, as well as the amount of multiplayer that I also did as well. All right. Concrete blocks, no. We want concrete slabs, which are 2 slots apiece. They are heavy. Mud looks great. The lighting looks great. Now we make our way back. Gonna just bog right on through the mud. This is a powerful truck, but because we've got so much weight and we don't have the differential lock, the power sort of works a little bit against us, because the second one of those tires begins to slip, it'll kind of do that herky-jerky motion. Even though this truck doesn't have a differential lock, it does have what feels like almost like a limited slip differential. Kind of give it a nudge. There we go. And then we'll hit the fuel station on the way back again as well. Because why not? And you can hear the blocks kind of clicking and clacking together and stuff like that. It's just the sound of the cargo. Just a lot of stuff is just kind of goofy cool in this. station is right down there. Yes, you can't sell tuners on eBay anymore. I think I could dump this access port for the W. Wait, why can't you? Oh, wait, is it because PA stuff? I didn't realize something like a handheld tuner. Hold on a second. My phone is making all kinds of different regardless of functionality, in order to ensure compliance with our policy prohibiting defeat devices. Oh. That's a bummer. So basically, eBay is instead of running or potentially running afoul of the EA. That's it. They're basically no ifs, ands, or buts. And they've been trying to read about your car's extended warranty. Wouldn't you know? I'm surprised that eBay doesn't sell things like automotive extended warranties like that. You could bid on one. Get it for the lowest possible price. Gives you the lowest possible coverage. Can you still sell something like that on, like, Marketplace? Is that a potential? Because that's kind of a bummer if you have something like that and now you just can't do anything with it. You're sort of stuck with it. I forget what my coworker has. I don't know if he's got the Cobb access port. I think it's the Cobb. Like, the big name was always Cobb for WRX stuff. And have you come any closer to finding a vehicle that spoke to you? It's on Marketplace and most of the WRX forums, but eBay has always been a last resort for me. Yeah. Okay, I gotcha. That makes sense. All right. So we have 2 concrete slabs inbound to Uncle Fishmore, preset on a V8 Camaro or a Scat Pack. Either one, dude. That would actually be really, really cool either way. You get a Camaro, we're going out cruising. Driving around. That'd be fun. The V8 Camaros are so nice, though. They really are nice. The unfortunate thing is the closer to the 2010s you get, the better they look, I feel. Like, the 2010 was still the best here, but it has the least amount of options that are actually useful. No backup camera, no iLink, nothing like that. I would love to have backup camera, but to change over to the MyLink, it's a couple $100 for the radio display itself, and you need to choose which your MyLink you actually get. Yeah, and it's the 455 horsepower new model is also very generous. Because what is it? Mine's 415. 415 horse, 420 foot-pounds of torque, I think. But it's so easy to do stuff with that. But then again, you want to get the 6-speed or the LS3 and not having to worry about the cylinder deactivation tomfoolery. Because boy, oh boy, lifters, am I right? Who needs those? Ika Fernandez, absolutely, my friend. Thank you very much. I'm gonna try to find some other stuff to put my hot sauce on after stream. Now I'll go through the refrigerator, even if I find leftovers or I will microwave a Hot Pocket and put the spicy sauces on those bad boys. Going? Yeah. See how the front tire and how they kind of, the tires kind of alternate which one's spinning and which one's not. So the front tires right now have all the traction. Back tires have no traction. But it's the back tires that are going to spin because it does not have a differential lock to actually send the power to the front tires to have the grip. That one's just spinning right there. All the power is going to the axle that has the least amount of grip. That is the perfect way to illustrate and highlight the differential, or what a differential lock does with these vehicles in the game. It's a little bit more complex than that, but for all intents and purposes, if a wheel's spinning, it's got no traction. There we go. Then the front tires spin it because it hits. Scat Packs tend to be some older guy that didn't have quite enough from his 401k to get a Corvette, so he settled with a Scat, and he barely drove it, so it has 8 to 15,000 miles, and it is a museum relic. Museum relic. Price close to 50K. I'd like to find something for 3738. That would be ideal. The Scat Pack, however, is the better driver's though. In terms of comparing it to, say, Hellcat, yeah, sure, it's nice to have 707 horsepower. Where are we practically going to apply the 707 horsepower? Like, sure, it's great to slam the loud pedal and go, but there's really, and plus being in New England, our roads are kind of crappy. That's why I end up, driving my Jeep most of the time as opposed to my Camaro, because the roads are just awful. The roads are in awful condition. And they get better throughout the year until the winter hits. Oh no, I know. That's what I'm saying. The Scat Pack is the better driving. It's got the better handling. It's more balanced, is what I'm saying, as opposed to, why not stuff 707 horsepower under the hood? Because that's going to be the 6.2 liter, right? Too trendy. Interesting way of putting it. Trendy. I like the Wrangler with the 392 in it. the Wrangler with the V8 is the most absurd way to spend, what is it, $80,000 to $90,000? It is outrageous how expensive those things are. And then I've got a friend with a 4xe, absolutely loves it. Loves it. It took him close to half a year, I think, to put fuel in it. It was either like several months or almost half a year, and he never actually had to put fuel in it because it's a hybrid. It's a plug-in hybrid. Which honestly, that is the way to go. You can't force people to go full electric because it's just not going. There's too much right now in the way of range anxiety and a lack of infrastructure for fully electric vehicles to actually properly get used in any great capacity. That's why vehicles like the Chevy Bolt sold so well, and people absolutely love them. The Bolt is still a very good seller, but then you look at that and you compare it to something like any of the Teslas. They're not even the same buyer's market. Like, you don't have someone who cross-shop a Tesla and a Bolt. It just does not work. All right, so this is our last little bit of cargo. Actually, you know what? Before we do this, I am going to take a picture of our before and after. It's actually kind of cool. I dig that. Definitely dig that. That's cool. And the music. You can hear the music just playing. It is major. It really, really, really. Oh, that's the way to do it right there. And our little other option is take the 23K from the payout on the WRX, find a Vortec notch or Stroker WS6, and even as ugly. Yes. Yes. Uncle Fisher. And Food Factory built. Uncle Fish will do this job. Right now, North Peak will get even more active, and there will be even more jobs. The warehouse is now available, and we just got ourselves $18,000. What do we have here for the warehouse? Cargo container, metal rolls, metal beams, consumables. But like, with the engine not running, and you can hear the noise in the background. Right there. Uncle Fisher. It's a really... all of the music from this game complement every single... Usually we've got this. We've got the engine. You know, we've got the engine revving and running. We've got the horn. We've got the truck suspension clicking and clanging. But we've got this in the background. Yeah, they added that in that was something they added in with one of the later DLCs, and it was actually really kind of cool. And it was neat that they did something like that. It added a different game mechanic effectively, which I thought it was wonderful. Genocide, what is going on, dude? How are you doing? Also, Let me Cinecide right here. Last seen playing Just Chatting. That is his D&D game. If you having people yell at you, well, I'm not going to yell at you, so I'm not going to do that. But if you like D&D, you like playing D&D, you like watching other people play D&D, goofy, fun stuff, check that out. Check out Cinecide. Also, I did forget to mention, let me see if it still pulls up. You're going to stream some games soon? Awesome. What are you planning on streaming? And you've got Super Goat here. Last seen playing Lives of P, which I hear is pretty good. Oh, he's actually currently playing Lives of P. He didn't pop up because I don't think he's got any clips on his channel, but regardless, you want to see some people playing games, you want to see some more community members doing stuff, that would be the way to go and check them out. Dark Tide, Endless Dungeon, maybe some Cyberpunk. You play everything. I dare you to play some SnowRunner. I know Vlad will never play some SnowRunner because Vlad is too afraid of playing SnowRunner. I don't think he could ever handle playing SnowRunner. This game is absolutely beyond him. But you, my friend, you'll step up to the plate. You'll play some SnowRunner. Vlad will be like tipped over in a ditch somewhere, and then he'll just be cursing the world, and the controller will go flying. Nothing too. It's all good though. It's all good. But we're here. We're enjoying the sound of SnowRunner. We're enjoying the ambiance of SnowRunner. It's great. It's just great. Like, how much better can we usually do multiplayer on Thursdays? Our good friend Space Viking 42, we'll jump into his game. We have been working and more, but we'll come up with a plan. We will come up with a plan. I feel like it's a chill game till you mess up your clutch, then it's full. No, see, that's the thing. You just get stuck. That's all you do. You just get stuck. No big deal. NDD. And you take it all in stride. So you send a rescue truck out with a crane to flip you back over and take your cargo that... Exactly. We are our own AAA service. Thank you very much. Also, check this out. Yeah. Inside, it's all armored up. Pretty rad truck right here. I was just thinking and realized that my kitty cat likes to pile up on me and watch you storm. They don't do it with other streams. They don't do it any other time during the day, and they don't do it when you're not on. When you're on, I get these two monsters caught up on me every time. Interesting. Very interesting. Getting stuck with cool friends. That way they can come up. So if you have a situation where you've got so much cargo to sit aside, if you get so much cargo to, you can do it like a convoy. You can run a scout truck with individual. You can run the heavy haulers with other ones. On the other hand, Lee, come on. So I think Lucy might not. Don't know. You never know, my friend. Never know. But yeah, you can run a convoy, on support vehicle, on transport vehicle. That's the greatest thing about this game. There are so many different ways to play it, so many ways to enjoy it. I certainly like the game, and I've enjoyed the game from the first moment I've played it, and I don't think I've ever become frustrated with it. It's only just kind of endeared itself more to me. The harder the game got, the more I enjoyed it. She's probably tired. She loves Star Trek, especially Deep Space Nine. It's Avery Brooks, the wonderful, wonderful dulcet tones of Avery Brooks, who is, I personally think, one of the better Starfleet type dudes. and we've got a win. Help us along, because everybody needs a helping hand. Helping hand. He chose down. You think so? Best captain. Cryptid Tales is laying down the gun and says Avery Brooks, so Benjamin Sisko from Star Trek Deep Space Nine, is the best Star Trek captain that is available. Say ye nay, or say ye yay. I personally think he's one of the more dynamic captains. Picard's a good one. Jean-Luc Picard. Also, Sir Patrick Stewart, who plays Jean-Luc Picard, is a phenomenal actor and a rather amazing humanitarian. That cannot be understated. Also, funny enough, we got to hang out when I went out to New York. I got to see Tracy Coco, who played Lieutenant Jay in Star Trek The Next Generation. Super, super, super nice lady. And she apparently pops up in a lot of Star Trek stuff. Swole Jesus Gaming, dude! Dude! How have you been? After long last, I have returned. Hughes holding out for a hero on the jukebox and stands stoically in the doorway. How have you been, my friend? What is going on? What is new with you? What have you been up to? How has life been treating you? How's work? What's good? It's so good to see you, dude. It is so good to see you. You know, I know that you last left off with your final message from your Discord saying, hey, you know, stepping away from stuff. So, to see you hop in here, say hello, really, really, really makes me very happy. And it is so good to see you. And I hope you're doing good. I hope that life is treating you fantastic. Yeah, you had a lot going on. You were doing all kinds of stuff. And stopped streaming due to time commitments. But yes, absolutely, dude. I am so glad that you hop on by. So glad, even if it's 1 minute or an hour or whatever, the fact that we're able to pop on in and say hello, it truly does mean quite a bit to me, my friend. And a fellow New Englander, a fellow Massachusetts dweller. Hell yeah. Dude, it's so cool. It is so cool. Teaching is full-time now that my students are back. I'm coaching. I'm back in grad school. There's my ridiculous gym grind. All still in. You have... Are you feeling fulfilled? Are you feeling that everything you're doing is moving forward in such a positive direction? Oh yeah, I'm in Massachusetts. Newburyport. No kidding. That is probably 45 minutes north. 45 to an hour north. Oh, dude, Swole Jesus, I am having the best time with this game. I still love this game, everything about this game. Yeah, I am Major Meckett. I am a lifelong New Englander, Massachusetts dweller. Tell you things about, you know, Walden Pond, Bizame Alcott House, the Alcott House. It might be stressful today, but there are moments that make it worth it every single. That's what counts. It is absolutely counts. As long as you feel that there are good things that are coming out of everything. That's what counts. I love that truck. This is a good picture right here. This bad boy just kind of like chilling right here. Why don't we just, this is going to be straight up picture time. Look at that. Try to. Perfect. Now we get this really cool music playing in the background. Why isn't SnowRunner on sale? It actually is available on Xbox Game Pass. If you've got Game Pass, you can get it. The base game, you can get the Year One Thank You Pack. There's a bunch of stuff that is available. If only the truck stop in the background of that shot had a Cumberland Farms. Muchas gracias por el stream. Take care, my friend. Good night, Storm, everyone. Set aside, get it on Game Pass. And the connectivity for multiplayer is actually supposed to get better on Xbox. But if you've got it on PC, it's supposed to be like a really good. PlayStation's good, Xbox is good, you know, stuff like that. So, but man, I love this game. This game is hands down one of the absolute best games around, and it just, when you look at everything that is around you, the rain is gently falling, the birds are circling overhead, there's clouds rolling by, music plays in the background. It's good. It's really, really good. I like it. Makes me feel good to play. In a like hard to kind of quantify kind of statement. And even though this music is just on kind of a continuous loop like it is, I like it. It's chill. It's mellow. It's kind of in a way like listening to the music then when you enter the Bannered Mare in Skyrim and just listening to the music that plays in the background. That game has some best stuff. This game is missing Vin Diesel telling me that family is everything. Because family. That was way not Vin Diesel. That was too gravelly to be. Oh, family. Damn it, Bobby. I told you, family is everything. You can get a little Hank Hill family action. Damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it. Family. Boomhauer. Yeah. Man, it's great. It's absolutely great. Jay Stu out there coming in at the tail end of things. Jesus raining from the sky. That was Tom Waits trying to do a Vin Diesel impression.
You will ride eternal,
Yes.
shiny and chrome.
I myself will raise you up to the gates of Valhalla, where you will ride eternal, shiny. The late, great, immortal Hugh Keith Byrne, who played both the Toe Cutter in the original Mad Max movie and Immortan Joe in Mad Max Fury Road, starring Tom Hardy. Good stuff. Man, it's good stuff. But with that said, it is probably time that sort of wrap things up. Because, dude, Tom Hardy, awesome actor. In true Vin Diesel fashion, I have to ride into the sunset. I'll definitely try to pop into the streams more. Much love, Storm. Enjoy the stream. Well, Jesus, we're wrapping up right now. thank you so much for popping on in, for saying hello. I wish you all the absolute best in every single thing that you do, every endeavor that you attempt. And you know what? Keep on that grind, my dude. Find a good snack and relax for a bit. I am going to find something to put hot sauce on. That is what we're going to be doing. I'm going to find something that yeah, Relic, we got Swole Jesus in the house. I am beyond excited that that we've got Swole Jesus here. And see. You are more than welcome, Cryptid Tales. Very, very welcome. So, why don't we go and find somebody out there who is also playing SnowRunner? I don't see anybody who's actually playing SnowRunner that I know. So, how about we, if anybody knows somebody who's actually playing SnowRunner, I see a bunch of VTubers playing SnowRunner. All right. Out. You know what? Is that the name of somebody on the side? Because I found somebody playing some SnowRunner. This guy's just chilling. What are they playing? Oh, you know him? Yeah, man. That's what it's about. It is. Oh, that guy. Okay, you know what? Actually, yeah. Let's go. So this dude, Lathgar, Bees Cougar, we are actually going to raid out to this dude right here. His name is Lathgar, and he is currently playing SnowRunner. He's got a couple of viewers over there. Seems to have a pretty good the casual fun gaming, chill vibes, relaxed gaming, SnowRunner gameplay, trucking. I enjoy playing most games, though I'm rather addicted to SnowRunner at the moment. My normal preferences are survival games and team first-person shooters. So let's go head over there. Check out this dude, Lathgar. He is playing SnowRunner. Come along with me. Tell you. Remember that tomorrow is our day off, so I can do things like chores, errands, and laundry, because I need socks. I don't care about anything else. I just want the socks. That's it. Clean socks. I don't know. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Sparks, earlier for the raid. Thank you, everybody who has hung out, who has followed, who has contributed to the conversation. Everybody who lurks in the background. Clean underwear's overrated. Just turn it inside out. Take care, everybody. We'll be back on Thursday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Adios.